This is the render review for Blender Challenge 20 vehicle, and this is where I get to showcase your work. So here's the first participant, and I just love this. And the reason is that when I do these challenges, I never know what we're going to come up with. I try to leave the category relatively broad so we can, have some real creativity. And here we have this really cool chariot. And what I like so much about this is that, number one, I did not expect to see something like this. And I really like the materials and the lighting in this. Just beautiful, beautiful wheels and the texturing done here. So, yeah, very nice. And we have some awesome participants and Blender users here, and look at how much work has gone into this. You can see the amount of detail that has gone into this model, this robotic vehicle here, picking up this crate here. We have some other views of this. There's so much going on here, not only in the modeling but also in the texturing. So just a fantastic job, including the environment of this, as you can see here in the stone wall and floor and stuff, to showcase the model. But the modeling itself is really detailed and beautiful texturing. And of course, those huge tires are so cool. So yeah, this is incredible work. A nice detail here. There's the battery and the nice decals. So just beautiful, beautiful work. And here's another vehicle here, and I really love this design, this texturing, this lighting, and the background. And I do get inspired by looking at your work, and yeah, it's gorgeous. So creative, these people, with what they come up with when they're given the challenge, and I think they really enjoy doing this, and it shows, of course, in their work. So here we have some kind of a car with the various pieces. Again, it's not something that I would have expected, and that's what I love about the challenges as well. And people put a lot of time also into their environments, and it's not expected. This person could have done a wheel or a tire, and that would have been sufficient for a Blender challenge. But of course, they did the entire vehicle. Right. So I wanted to showcase when people provide more than one render, I try to include as many of them as I can. 2 or 3 of them at least, to show the different angles if they're available. And they don't have to be. You can just do one. This is a cute bus, and of course there's more coming in this scene. But people model a vehicle. This person modeled this bus and wanted to put it in a particular environment, which I'll show you. In addition to the really nice cement floor here. So again, we have just a beautiful modeling and texturing. Here we have a nice close-up of the back. Very realistic, of course, as well. And yeah, there we are at Mr. Lube, or whatever your little gas station is. So we've got the gas station here. We've got the doors, and the bus is up on the riser there. Another tire, garbage over here, some tools and some bicycles. So we even modeled a bicycle. That would have been sufficient for the challenge. And a spill of something there, maybe oil or whatever. So that's just great. And now we've got a really cool racing car, again in somebody's garage or the gas station, getting a tune-up. We've got the diagnostics on the wall here, a little bench over here with some laptops and a cart of some sort there, and tires in the background. So I think when I said I was going to do a vehicle challenge, I think people got really excited because a lot of people like to to model cars and trucks and planes and stuff like that, and you will see more of that. What a really nice car that is. Yeah, beautiful modeling and very interesting lighting as well, and really, really giving the feel that this person was inspired to make this car and make it look good. And of course, there's room to do low poly stuff as well. Not everything has to be high poly. Here we've got a vehicle going through the mud or through the rocks. This reminds me of those commercials, where they show a beautiful vehicle going through those harsh environments, just messing up your vehicle on the first day you get it. But yeah, so all different types of renders are possible and encouraged in these challenges. So thanks very much for being part of the challenge. And this looks like a computer game to me. I really like the environment in addition to the tank model. Just the sun, the haze, and the smoke after the turret or whatever it is fires. You got this camouflage tank out here. Let's look at another view of that. All right, so we've got the wheels and the tank treads. I know a lot of people like to model tanks, and I know they like to do the tank treads and all. But here, again, the environment sort of makes this image work as well with this hazy look and the smoke. So very, very good work. And this one as well, a lot of clean renders are made, and this one is really artistic. This helicopter of sorts. This is very artistic and very creative. I really like this a lot. So there's, I think, 2 or 3 renders of this. Isn't that cool? Not something that you necessarily would have expected from Blender, because a lot of people make donuts and coffee cups. There's nothing wrong with that. You wouldn't always think that you would create these kind of creative kind of scenes. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Very artistic. And another one that's just the environment aspect is so cool, with the modeling and then placing it in this environment and doing whatever techniques you've used to add smoke and fog and haze and camera angle and whatever you come up with. So yeah, it's really a moody image. It's just beautiful for the challenge. And look at how interesting that is. I've never seen anything like this before. It's a really intricate modeling up here and beautiful propellers. I like the reddish brown at the end of that. And such a nice texture for this thing. And it's just, you look at this for a while and it just makes you wonder, what is this thing? I've never seen anything like that. And beautiful sky as well. Yes. So, yeah, this is why I do the challenges. Beautiful jet. That looks like it would travel very quickly through that nice blue sky, cloudy sky. Yeah, that's really cool. Putting the decals on it and just making it a really streamlined model is very cool in my opinion. And I looked at this when I got it, and I tried to figure out, where am I going to put this? I mean, because we've got vehicles on the land, we've got vehicles in the air, and this one looks like it's in the air or in the water, and I like that. A really artistic idea with the ship down here and the balloon of sorts up here. So yeah, this one kind of spans both environments. It's great. Wow, this ship is incredible, as I'm sure you'll agree. From the modeling to the texturing and the angles of the renders to showcase this, what looks like a massive structure. This is gorgeous. All right, I've got a few different views of this from far, so you can sort of take in the whole thing here. From the anchors up front here, various guns and raised levels all the way back to the planes back here, and even a lifeboat. Super cool. There we go. That is just great. And there's grunge on here as well. Imperfections in the material. So once again, it's fantastic work. I think I'm going to be out of a job soon looking at this stuff. These people should be running the challenges, not me. Oh well, I get to run the challenge, and then I get to sit back and look at this stuff and just marvel at the work that people do with this Blender software. I don't know if you remember the first time that you used Blender. I'm curious to know what your experience was like. Mine was many years ago, and I remember opening Blender for the first time. I had been a science teacher at a high school, and I used to like to wander around the school, visit other classes when I had the chance, interact with students and other teachers. And I would often go down to the design and tech area or the computer lab, and the students were working with this new software called Blender, and it was free. And so I downloaded it as well, took one look at it and said, I have no idea. And I didn't go back for a while. But I'm glad that I eventually did. What a great underwater scene here. And there were a lot of things going on from all this sea life, and really nice sandy bottom as well, and this broken down, decayed, deteriorated structure. And then, of course, over to the underwater stuff. We've got a submarine. We got a couple of submarines, and this one looks a little bit like mine, which I'll show you in a moment. But these bubbles are great too, aren't they? So yeah, there's a lot going on here in this one. Just a beautiful, beautiful scene. And this is my stuff here. This is my Medivac submarine. And what I did for my environment, I didn't really think about the environment that much because I tend to model in video. And of course, I've got the series of how I model this all the way up to doing some of the materials. And so, because I'm focused on making the videos for you and the modeling, I don't always spend very much time in the environment because the modeling takes time, and we're all busy people. So anyways, I just put in a Windows wallpaper for the HDR. Instead of having an HDRI giving off light and maybe making it transparent so you don't see it, I used the Windows wallpaper, and I cranked up the strength a bit. I've got some fog and stuff going on in here as well. I didn't spend really any time here. I sort of left that off. So we'll just have a couple of views. I've talked about this before, so I won't go into that. If you want to, I'll link to the whole series if you're coming here and you are interested in seeing how I modeled this and how I did some of this stuff. But anyways, there's my underwater sub, my vehicle. This is the back view, and with the Windows wallpaper in here, it sort of gives the impression that we're underwater. And it almost look like fish, or maybe little reflections. And I've got some rays coming down from the surface as well. So yeah, I used Substance Painter and Blender for my texturing, and just various angles of the submarine. Okay. And I just like the angle from the bottom, because I did do some work down here as well with some med kits and some oxygen cylinders or whatever. Yeah, and then a close-up showing some of that. Oh yeah, that's right. We had the stretchers, we had the bands holding them, and the med kits and the oxygen stuff. So yeah, there's a few areas that I could definitely have worked more on this, but I think that it was probably 6 or 7 or 8 modeling videos anyhow, and I was anxious to get to the finish line, as I usually am. So that's it for Blender Challenge 20. Blender Challenge 21 is the next challenge. Can't believe we're up to 21. So far I don't have a topic. I've played around a little bit with taking suggestions, asking you to submit a topic, and I'm going to work on the best method to get your suggestions, and then for voting. I have some ideas about that. I'm going to take a little break from the challenges for the moment and work on some personal projects and some requests. So I'll let you know about Blender Challenge 21. In the meantime, everybody take care, keep doing what you're doing, and of course, we'll talk again soon.